Some late night Saturday hoops at the base of the Wasatch Mountains. Cincinnati in the black, BYU in the home whites. Shot clock inside 10. Aziz Bandego inside off the feet from Dan Skillings Jr. Trevin Nell, three.
That's what you cannot do.
Dan Skillings Jr. and the kick. Corner three, Jizzle James rattles out. And the back tap by Mitchell to keep it alive. And the three by Simas Lukosius. Trevin Nell moves in. Drop off. Keba Keita. And we're tied at 5 early in this one. Good to see Dylan Mitchell staying in the game for Cincinnati as Richie Saunders gets free for a lay-in. And Yegor Demon trying to lead Keba Keita. Here's Day Thomas off the bench for Wes Miller. Has some space and knocks down a three.
Day Thomas is not shooting it well. Hasn't made a three in the last 4 games, but good ball movement in transition will allow you to get open looks like that.
1-point lead for the Bearcats. Trevin Nell gets the flyby. How about that move from Trevin Nell? Missed the layup, and it's pulled down by C.J. Frederick Jr. Back the other way. Pushing and getting inside. Day Thomas with 5 points early. Ball comes into Richie Saunders, and he has to pull the trigger from deep, and he does.
Rich shooting 52 from 3 in the last 4, averaging 21 in the last 2. This young man is playing extremely confident, Roxy.
5 each for Richie Saunders and Trevin Nell to lead BYU. As a hard take to the basket and a good finish, Dan Skillings Jr. for Cincinnati.
That's where Cincinnati is so good. They drive closeouts and they put pressure on your defense. When Dan Skillings is attacking downhill, that's one thing Kevin Young mentioned to us that he was a little concerned with.
The flip shot, Dawson Baker for the Cougars.
4 for 9, yeah.
We've already had 7 lead changes in this game and a couple ties. Kuseni Traore goes to work down low, and he gets the roll off the heel of the rim. Josh Reed pulls it down.
Better defense right there by Bandego. Didn't allow any angles.
Dan Skillings Jr. attacking for the Bearcats, and now he is shaken up.
Not have those lulls, those walls. Your confidence, you have to remain the same at all times. You can't get too high, can't get too low.
Dawson Baker gets in the paint again.
And they're good. Defensively, they're a top 25 team in the country.
Cannon Catchings, tough shot from the corner. Hits a three.
And Coach Kevin Young talked about how Cannon Catchings had one of the best practices that he has ever seen all year from this young man. And we see him competing on defense. We see him hitting a tough shot in the corner. It's translating.
3 threes for BYU, and 9-2 run silenced by Day Thomas. Jizzle James, a pull-up jumper.
He loves that mid-range jumper. He is a...
Richie Saunders, good defense for the Bearcats. 5 on the shot clock. Yegor Demon a deep 3, and the offensive rebound, Keba Keita for the Cougars. Inside 6 minutes left in the first half. Dawson Baker, 3 times we've seen him do that tonight.
You have to put an extra emphasis on being able to secure rebounds.
Inside 10 to shoot. The spin by Dan Skillings Jr. They're down just 5. And Trevin Nell took it out of bounds with him. Will stay. Simas Lukosius. And the shooter's touch gets the roll, and we have a tie game. And the Bearcats did not shoot a free throw in the first half of the game. Trevin Nell. Here is Yegor Demon, who ended the first half with a 3. and starts the second half the same way. And BYU has scored 8 straight points going back to the first half, in all 8 from Demon. Simas Lukosius answers for Cincinnati.
Now, everybody on Cincinnati right now, Lukosius is the one guy that you have to close out hard to. You cannot allow open shots like that for Lukosius.
And a foul going for the rebound, and a push is good.
Yeah, the bucket should be good.
And a foul was jockeying for position, so give the 3 to Saunders off that roll, and Nell was shoved by Skillings. That's the foul. Richie Saunders, he's got a quick release. Timeout, Cincinnati.
You better be there on the catch, because if not, my man is letting it fly, and it looks good.
Jizzle James on the drive. Had it stripped. Simas Lukosius just beats the shot clock. Which I didn't think he was ever going to get the ball, to be honest with you. I thought it was too high. Then, oh my gosh, he got it. Marriott Mag goes baseline. Trevin Nell. 3. The miss from Trevin Nell. K to the offensive rebound, picked off. Dylan Mitchell. That was pretty.
Cincinnati's best offense. Getting stops, getting steals, getting out in transition, and converting off of those turnovers.
Tyler Betsy drives the baseline.
Ooh, that's a strong take right there. Finishing through contact. Could have been an and one.
Two-time Connecticut Gatorade Player of the Year, his first points tonight. It was 17. They trimmed it to 12. And Richie Saunders puts it to 14 as he has 13 points. The offensive rebound. Arrington Page, the putback.
Oh, off vertical. I love this substitution right there. You put Page and Betsy in the game. Page instead of Bandego, because you need more offense, especially at that 5 spot. And Page can give you that.
Richie Saunders gets free.
So maybe I'm just like extra hungry.
And I really, to be honest, I only had 2 bites of it. As Richie Saunders continues to stroke it from long range. Inside 10:15 to go. And the baseline. And they're following a similar pattern here. A tight game at the half. And the second half, they're putting it together. Fousseyni Traore lays it in.
Well, you can't allow Traore to get that type of position. He does a good job of sealing, forcing the ball to go over to get easy layups.
Pulled down, here comes Cannon Catchings. Leads the break. Marriott Mag. And it's poked away and stolen by Cincinnati. Transition 3. Simas Lukosius rattles it in.
Lukosius is starting to figure it out. Last 3 games, double figures, following up this game right here. If anything, that's a great sign.
Cannon Catchings answers for the Cougars.
And you want to talk about great signs. Cannon Catchings, you're slowly starting to see the confidence develop now for this young man.
Arrington Page, nice usage of the window.
And those are the plays when you're down 16 on the road, you have to convert.
Dawson Baker gets in the key. Timeout, Bearcats. In Cincinnati earlier this week.
You know, we talked to him yesterday, and one thing that he said was, oh my goodness, as you see Cannon catching fire. So for you to go out here and do the opposite, let them get easy looks, not run them off the line.
I mean, come on.
The film session next practice.
8 straight for BYU and a 24-point lead. And the pull-up jumper for Jizzle James. In Boulder, they shot 68% from the floor.
Well, they're starting to figure it out. I mean, the ball's starting to move. They're starting to get easier shots. BYU on the offensive side is really starting to figure it out. The ball is moving. and knocking down shots. Yegor Dim and Cannon Catchings contributed offensively when it comes to scoring the basketball. Something you need from those two guys. Tomorrow will probably be a brutal, brutal film session, but you have to refocus in the Big 12. You call it short-term, he has a short-term memory.
Tremendous second half for the Cougars. They go 14 for 23 from 3 tonight. Correction, that last shot counts.